This is the Marketing Minute with Eric Rhodes, author of the #1 Amazon bestseller, Make More Money Selling Your Art, Proven Techniques to Turn Your Passion into Profit.
In the Marketing Minute, I try to answer your marketing questions. Email your questions to me, eric@artmarketing.com. And it never hurts to put your name, your full name, and your city. I like to know. This is a question from Julie in Columbus, Ohio, who says, Eric, recently I heard you say on the podcast that it's smart to put the GPS coordinates on the back of your landscape painting so anyone in the future would know where it was painted. I love this idea. Is there anything else we should include on the back that I might not think of? Well, I don't know. Julia, there's a lot of standard stuff. I take a little Sharpie when I do a plein air study, and I write the story of who I was with or what was going on, something to remind me of the actual event. If I'm painting with other painters, I say I was painting with Joe Paquette or somebody like that, right? And I always put copyright, the year, my name, and then the words all rights reserved. You might want to check with your attorney to see how they want you to do it. And I always put my signature, and I try to always put my website. I try to also put the location. GPS location is something I don't always do, but I think it's a great idea. My brother actually came up with that idea. Anyway, I think a title for the painting, and make a title juicy. Don't just put, tree on the river. Do something that gives it kind of a romance to it, something juicy, right? And a little trick I often do, especially if I'm doing a painting I'm sending to the gallery, I'll usually put on there, for a free gift, please contact me at this email address. And then when it'll say, thank you for buying my painting for a free gift, and please contact me. And then what I do is I contact them and I send them an image on little note cards of the painting that they bought. And then on the second to last card, it says, hey, you've used them all up. I'd be happy to send you another box as my gift. And of course, that's a really great marketing tool because they're sending your paintings out to other people. And also they're contacting you. It's an opportunity to reach out to them and say, hey, I want to show you what I've got, something new. Anyway, that's kind of one thought. The next question is from Kenneth in Ketchum. Kenneth in Ketchum, Idaho. I was just in Ketchum, Idaho. Kenneth says, I finally decided to have my website built to help represent and sell my art. I know I'll have my paintings there for sale, my bio, my contact information, but what else? Is there anything specific that I should or shouldn't include on the site? Well, the one thing that you have to understand is that having a website is kind of like being in the phone book. If they don't know you exist, they're not going to search your name. So having a website is only going to do, it's going to stroke you, and some people might stumble into it if they happen to do a search. But you've got to promote yourself. You've got to get yourself out there, drive people to your website. That's a whole other thing. I think the things that I would do, I go into depth on my video marketing series. I have a whole hour on websites and philosophy and some things you can do that relate to personality types and how to make them click the right button and scratch their itch. But I don't have an hour right now. But one thing I think is important is to focus on what you want to be known for. I've had people who have put up websites, and it confuses people because there's pictures of all kinds of different things that you do. But if you want to be known as a landscape painter, for instance, then put up your landscapes, put them front and center. I had a lady tell me one time that she didn't get any response to her advertising. I said, well, I find that kind of hard to believe. And she said, well, I did get a huge increase in visitors on my website. I said, yeah, well, did you convert them? She said, no. And I said, well, let's look at it. So she was highlighting landscapes. And when you went to her website, it was figures and portraits, but you couldn't find the landscapes. And so most people would give up at that point. I had to go through about 3 layers to find them. So make sure that you're relevant. If you're advertising, for Pete's sakes, put up there what you're advertising. Even if it's sold, put it up there because people are going to come there. And then the other thing that I think is really critical is you want to have a capture device. You want to try and get people to put their email address in so that you can get them on your newsletter list and contact them in the nicest possible way, obviously ethically. So you can offer some kind of a benefit. You can say, I'll give you a free ebook of my 20 best paintings or something like that, so that you get them an incentive to give you that email information. Anyway, that's what I would do with the website. I think those are the critical things. And then there's a whole lot more on the video series. Anyway, I hope this is helpful to you. That's the Marketing Minute.
This has been the Marketing Minute with Eric Rhodes. You can learn more at artmarketing.com.